Hey, everybody, happy Friday, and welcome to the Bold Badass Business Owner Show, where we bring you the boldest and the baddest. And not the asses, but the badasses. Today we have Chuck Anderson, you all, who is going to tell us all about how to use affiliates and how to do this in such a way that it doesn't take a lot of time. It can be mostly passive as long as we are managing the relationships. Chuck has his own program that helps people create their affiliate systems. He is an incredible tech wizard, and I'm just thrilled to have him here with us. So thank you, Chuck, for coming. Welcome.
All right, Barnsey, thanks for having me on the show. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm thrilled you're here. And I know that what we talk about is going to make a big difference for people because you know what I hear, Chuck, and I'm sure you do too, is there's just not enough time to get it all done. And the point is, we don't need to get it all done, people. We don't need to get it all done. We need to have a team helping us get it all done. So, Chuck, tell us just for a second about how you got turned on to affiliates and what they are, in case anybody doesn't know. Just tell us a little bit about affiliates and how you got turned on to this concept and what it does in your business.
Yeah, absolutely. I was first turned on to it in 1998, and I was in a very expensive to run and very time consuming business. I was in the telecom industry and it was not going well. It was
Mm.
very expensive. And this whole thing about the internet was, it was new. We were connecting to it through phone lines and a friend of mine had invited me over for dinner, and he showed me this check that he had for just over $10,000 of a company that was paying him to send them referrals. And he
Nice.
built this really ugly website, and all websites were ugly in 1998. And people were finding him and clicking on a link and signing up for a thing, and they were sending them these big checks. And so I'm like, well, I want big checks too. So I started doing that. And so that was the beginning of it, where I was becoming an affiliate and getting paid as an affiliate by promoting other people's stuff. Then people started asking me, well, geez, how do you do this? I ended up on stages and speaking and training. And before long, it's like people were asking, well, I have a product to sell. How do I set up an affiliate program and recruit affiliates? And how can they promote me to sell my program? And that's really where I found myself going down that path. So I really played on both sides, being an affiliate, but also managing affiliate programs for well over 2 decades now. And really, that's how I've been earning my living online ever since.
I love that. And actually, you all, just so you know, I went to one of Chuck's webinars and was so impressed that I ended up signing up for one of his programs. And forgive me, Chuck, what was the name of the program?
Well, that's our free affiliate workshop that we do every month, where we teach people how to set up an affiliate programs. And then we have our affiliate program rapid launch service, where we just go through and we just set up you don't need to be a tech expert. Just
Yeah.
just get it done so you can get on to finding partners and affiliates who will promote you. And so we just want to zip people through that really fast, so that you have that ability to get people to promote you, and everything that you need to get them to do it.
So you all, I hope you caught that, the free webinar, and we're going to want to ask you, Chuck, at the end to give us when the next one is. And then I enrolled in that rapid launch program. And I'll have to tell you all that what holds so many people back is the tech aspect of it. Let's be real. So many of us are not tech wizards. And I have heard people give excuses for years and years and years. Oh, I don't have the excuses for not starting a business, excuses for not growing a business, whatever else. So I've known for a while that I needed to be doing this in a more systematic way. And I was very happy that Chuck came in my path to help me with this. And I have to tell you, I got him the stuff he asked for within a day. Man, I was like, I'm the road runner. When I make a decision, I'm on it. And then he had it back to me within a week. So I want to say to you all, it truly is rapid launch. So those of you who are thinking about using an affiliate program, having other people promote what you have, Chuck is a great resource for you. So let's just talk about what you can affiliate for example. So what I have Chuck setting up, what he helped me set up for my business is sending people to a complimentary webinar or a complimentary workshop that's online. By the way, you all, it will be on November 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So mark your calendar. And at that complimentary workshop, then, whoever may enroll in something beyond that, I'll be able to track and he'll be able to receive a commission. And so that's how it works. That's just as plain and simple. But I'm having him send people to the freebie. I'm having my affiliates send people to the freebie because to me, that has more integrity because people need to get to know us, right, Chuck? Tell us a bit about why you suggested bringing people into the free workshop, the free webinar, the free seminar.
Yeah, and there's a really good reason for it, is because if you try to take a shortcut, and most people do want that path to be as short as possible, like why not I just get my affiliates to send traffic to my program? Well, that's all well and good. I mean, maybe if you're selling coffee mugs or whatever, I mean, people can make a $20 decision on the spot. But if you're trying to sell a $100 event ticket or a several $1,000 high ticket coaching program, you don't just send people to a sales page to sign up for that. And affiliates need to feel like what they're doing is productive and it has a chance of making money. And if they sending all their traffic to a paid offer and only 0.5% of the people are buying that offer, they're not going to feel all that successful. It's hard to get them to promote you again. And affiliates are very, very motivated by instant gratification. They like to see the numbers. They like acknowledgement. So when we get them to promote something like a free webinar, they feel like they're productive. They feel like they're successful. They don't want to do the selling. They want you to do the selling. So promoting my free webinar is not a big ask. It's free. They like giving free things to their audience. They're going to feel like heroes when they do that. And it's a great resource. And like you said, it's a great way for them to build a relationship with you. And, if they're going to spend an hour with you on a webinar, they're going to get to know you more and be better positioned for your other products and your offerings. And so we want our affiliates to feel successful. We want to lower the resistance to them saying, yes, I'll promote you. And the best way to do that is to get them to promote free stuff. And I think there's no better free stuff than a webinar because it has a date and a time. People need deadlines, and you see it all the time. Download this PDF guide. But it might go away really, really soon. And we all know it's not really going to go away. It's really hard to do anything like that with integrity. But with a webinar, it's on Thursday at noon. Then when Thursday at noon comes along, that deadline is built in. And it really helps to get, a very high, conversion rate, a very high engagement rate with a campaign like that. So we love webinars and events as our lead offer, as our free offer, and something that we ask our affiliates to promote.
I love that, because here's the thing. None of us want to bombard our people in lists or calling them or, any of that on social media with sales, because that just makes us look slimy and manipulative. Let's be honest, makes us look like asses. But when we're offering value, as you say, Chuck, when we're offering value and it's free, I mean, good gosh, like you said, it makes the affiliate look like a hero because they're offering something that, wow, here's a 1.5 hour complimentary session. Wow, that's great. Thank you for giving this. And then when somebody enrolls and has a great experience, you better believe that the affiliate is going to hear back about that. And they're going to hear back if they have a negative experience too, I think. That's the thing. So pick your affiliates well, you all. Let me just say, let's talk about that for a second. I kind of think about your affiliates as your family of choice in business. It's a family of choice. You got to know that those people have the utmost integrity. They have the values that you have. They truly are coming from, for me, coming from the point of view of service, really wanting to serve. And what else do we need to look for when we're picking our affiliates, Chuck? What would you say? What's our dance card, so to speak, for affiliates?
Yeah, well, perfect. And the word family is the perfect lead into that, because it really speaks to the most important part of it, and that is the relationship. And I would say a mistake that so many people make when they're approaching affiliates is, hey, can you promote me? And or if they didn't do it, why didn't you promote me? And when we do things like that, it's very transactional, and that's not about a relationship at all. And a good relationship has give and take. It benefits both sides. And we need to nurture that. And I just love that word family, because that is how we treat our network of affiliates, like family. We are so grateful. One of the things is to really, I think, approach affiliates with two attitudes. One is an attitude of gratitude. You're grateful for anyone and everyone who is willing to promote you. And also without that expectation of, well, if you don't promote me, then you're not in the family. Right?
Yeah, you have been booted out of the family. You're the black sheep.
That's transactional thinking. That's not relationship.
Right. And Chuck, they might be new at it. I mean, let's admit I'm pretty new at this. And so maybe the first time I promote, I won't have as many people there. Or maybe I'll have just one person, but that person will enroll in a big program. It's really about the quality, isn't it? About the quality of the relationship, because I know you and I were talking about this. I really don't care if I just have 16 or 20 people in a webinar, because I actually really like that, because I'm able to go deep and give everyone some attention, give everyone the spotlight at some point to get their needs met. And that results in a loyal group, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And I think, when we're so focused on the numbers, I know people that if they don't get 500 or more people registered for their webinar, they feel like it was a failure. And I also know people who could have 5 people in a webinar and feel like it was a great success. And I learned a long time ago with seminars that it's not about how many bums and seats there are. It's really about the quality of relationships that are generated. And look, when it comes to the content of a webinar or seminar or whatever, 90% of what you told them, they're not going to be able to recall the next day, but they will recall one thing, and that is how you made them feel, right? They will remember how you made them feel, and they will want more of it if you did a good job of connecting. And that's much easier to do with a smaller group. To your earlier point, I had someone email me last week. He only got 10 people to his webinar. So again, it's that, what's my measuring stick? And so at first there was disappointment, but then, okay, so those, out of those 10, not all 10 showed up. I forget what the number is that did show up, but one of the people who did show up booked a call with him, got on a one-on-one call, and signed up for his $3,000 coaching program. So was it worth it?
Yes.
Yeah, right. And so that's what we're talking about is it's not about having these monstrous things where you're just talking at a number. Connect with people, connect with your affiliates, connect with the people at your event. And, especially with coaching, because in a sense, you're the product. They're buying time and access to you. So let's demonstrate that by really connecting. And I find it's much easier to do with a smaller group. I'm with you. 15 to 20 is my sweet spot. If it's 30, we can do that, but it's more challenging. But I know what the goal is, and that is to connect. And, with smaller groups, that's fine. We just have more time to talk. Right. And
So I
so,
have a little story to tell you, and this, everybody, this is a moment in my speaking career that I'll never forget. All right, and let me just say, I've done huge keynotes at the Curry Convention Center for 1,500. I've done the big events, and I've done small things. And I remember saying to a veteran speaker who was very well known, I said, I just want to do more of the larger events. And he just looked me dead in the eye. And if you're not religious, don't worry about it. But just think about this. He looked at me and he said, you know what? Jesus did his best work 101. And I just shut up. It was like, what can I say to that? Okay. And from that moment, I really got it, that it's about the souls. It's about the people in front of me right then. And, Chuck, something that you said to me that I thought was very profound, and it's not something that we always hear with affiliates, because as you say, so many people are chasing the numbers.
Well, they are very much chasing the numbers. Yeah.
Lots of people. And here's the thing. Do you really care about the numbers, or do you care about the people? Right. And it's possible to have the numbers and the people. That's what I believe. But people always come first in my book. And then the numbers come. That's the thing. If you put people first, you will never be without. That is very clear to me. But something you said to me is, I just have these two goals when I have a webinar. And one is that I will connect with everybody, and they'll feel important. They'll know they matter. I'm paraphrasing that, but tell us what your two goals are when you do a webinar. I thought this was awesome.
Yeah. So my obviously there's good content and we want to teach, right? But again, like I said, they're not going to remember most of it. And so I only have two goals whenever I do a webinar. The first goal is I want them to believe something new about themselves, something new that's possible for them that wasn't possible an hour ago, or they were looking for an answer or something. And I want them to leave feeling inspired, going, you know what, I can do this. This could work for me. This could be the answer I was looking for. They might not remember all the details, but they leave with a feeling. They leave with a belief in themselves. Yes. That's the first one. And then the second belief is I want them to believe that I am someone who can help them with that, implementing that into their life, or at least believing that I was helpful enough to point them in the right direction. And so they leave with good feelings about me. And again, they'll forget most of the content, but they will remember how they feel about themselves, and they will remember how I made them feel. And so that's really our entire goal. All of the content and everything that we do when we develop a webinar is around those two goals.
I love it. And you all have to say, okay, just so you know, Chuck is not giving me $100 for saying this at all. There's but this is true. I went with this program that I got, which was very reasonable, by the way. It was very reasonable. I would do it again in a heartbeat. And it gave me a template for my affiliate program now. It's perfect. I have the emails, I have everything. But in the hour and a half that Chuck spent with me, which was incredibly generous, I'll tell you that I did see a missing link. I saw the missing link, which is I've been bringing people into my world in so many ways, but I didn't have that central focus that is like the entryway. So everybody goes in this way. They were mostly going in through an ebook or different presentations, but I didn't have that central free workshop. And really, when we had that talk, that session, Chuck, I was like, whoa, this is exactly what I needed. And when I signed up, you all, part of me was like, shit, I shouldn't sign up for another thing. Stop it, Barnsley. No more signing up for stuff. You know how we can sign up. We're like, that's the thing. And I have not signed up for a number of things this year just because I had said no more squirrels. But this really was the missing link. So I wanted to say to everybody, having an affiliate program really is not passive income. But think about it. If you do real estate, which I do too, you know that real estate is not passive income. People will call it passive income. That's why we put mostly passive income. The truth of the matter is there are a number of things you've got to create, and you've got to have the relationships, you've got to ask, you've got to give, you've got to have everything in a format that you can give people, the swipe copy, the emails, etc. There's a lot behind the scenes. But once you get it set up, right, Chuck? Once you get it set up and you get your little family of people that are sharing your stuff out in the world, then it's kind of on cruise control, except for the relationship, would you say?
It does. It gets a lot easier, a lot
Mhm.
easier. So if anyone here who has ever struggled to get people to enroll for their webinar, even if it's free, I mean, you still have the challenge of filling it. For the last 4 months or so, as our family has grown, we haven't actually had to send out any promotional emails at all for our
Whoa.
workshops. All of the workshops fill themselves, and that we were doing them once a month. Now we're doing them twice a month, and in the new year, we're gonna have a look at whether or not we do them more often than that. But because we have this family of people who have been to the workshop, they love it, they want to share it with their friends. Also, we have our affiliates who are, they're sold on the opportunity, and we're so integrated into their world that it just happens automatically now. And so I can have my 2 workshops a month on my schedule and know that I'm going to have between 20 and 30 people there to connect with and build relationships with every month.
So it's really that time that you invest up front to create that family, to find that family, and to nurture that family, and to get all the things in place that you need, the emails, etc., the schedule. All of that is worth it, is what I'm hearing, because then you can, stuff is going to fill, and you're not having to do that much, right? Because you've got 10 Chucks. You've got
Yeah.
10 people or 12 people or 20 people out there sharing your work. Something I noticed too about about you, Chuck, is that you had some of your affiliates there at the webinar. And I thought that was really super cool. And that is something that I plan to emulate. I meant to tell you that before, but now's as good a time as ever to have our affiliates there, because I'll tell you all, during this, as I was vacillating, I said I wasn't going to get any more programs, there was a woman there who was sending me messages who I'd seen at something else. And she was like, yeah, this has been really great. We were talking, sorry, Chuck, we were having our little
Yeah, you're
Zoom
having your
chat,
side
our
conversation.
side conversation. And I know I do that. We were listening to, and she really encouraged me. And so because of her encouragement, I took that final step. And so I let Chuck know, hey, by the way, this person who's your affiliate really just gave me the information that I needed to want to take that final step. So she got something for having me there, which is awesome. I love that. Even though she didn't invite me when she was there, because we had met before, or because she said something, I don't even remember how it started. And I asked her, a few things, and she answered. And that's one of the major reasons I took that final leap. So I would say that to everybody, this is something that I don't think a lot of people talk about, is that when you have an affiliate program, when you've got a family, invite your family to your seminar, because that is immediate credibility for you. Just the fact that they show up is credibility.
What was cool about that is that I didn't even ask her to show up. She just did. And I think this really speaks to, something that we're always coaching our clients to do and aspiring to do ourselves. And that's, taking that relationship from just an affiliate to a brand ambassador, all right, to
Mhm.
where they're so thrilled with everything that they've learned and everything that they're learning. We do have our affiliates and people who've gone through our workshop come and attended again and again and again, and because they learn something new every time. And then like a vacuum that just kind of like brings everyone else along for the ride, and they're constantly sharing it out with people when they're networking and when they're having conversations, or to a friend that's like, hey, can you help me? I need to get more customers this month. What do I do? And so this is where a lot of our people come from, is from the direct invitations. Yes, the big email blasts are nice, and
Yeah.
the social media shout outs are nice, but where the majority of our new business comes from is those personal invitations and those personal, hey, come along to this workshop with me. And that's where the majority of our new clients come from, because there's already a relationship there.
This is your friend. Isn't this a cool look at my cover, my Van Gogh? Anyway,
That's
this is your friend. And one of the things I loved in what Chuck provided is he had this whole page of personal invitations. And, I have to say to you all, personal invitations, knowing how to invite. I have a whole seminar on this, by the way, Chuck, about how to invite with power and grow your business and the groups that you're part of. That personal invitation means 5,000 times more than an email blast out. And I would rather give 10 personal invitations and 8 of them show up than, 3,000 and 5 show up, but they're not really invested at the level of the people who I've said, you've got to go. You just have to go. Make sure you go. Be there. I'll be there. Are you going to be there? And that makes a difference. So, you all think about that in your business. How are you using personal invitations? How are you using this incredible tool to get on the phone with people, to call them up, to record a voice text? I love voice text. Did you know people listen to voice text? They're so curious. They will listen to a voice text before they'll ever read anything. So send a voice text, or send one of those on Facebook Messenger, record a message for people, do a Loom video, reach out in ways that other people are not. Send them a fax. They'll be like, who the hell sent me a fax? Nobody does it anymore. You want to stand out, and you want to nurture that group that is closest to you, that really can be your sales force. Because, the lone wolf school of business does not work. It does not work. Mm-hmm. The lone wolf school of business is gonna leave you out in the wilderness without a pack. And we don't want that to happen. So Chuck, give us something that you want to share with everybody that's a freebie, or something special that you'd like to offer to everyone, or invite them to, as we wrap up here. And we've covered a lot really super fast.
A lot of ground really fast, and there's still so much more to learn. Now, not to make that sound overwhelming, because we do work very hard to keep it simple into very actionable steps. And so what I want to invite you to is the same webinar workshop that Barnsley and I connected at, and that is my free affiliate workshop. And so this is something that I hold every month, and I'm sure Barnsley is going to give you the link to that. We've got another one coming up next week, and we do them every 2 weeks. And in this workshop, you are going to learn 5 steps that you can follow to set up your own affiliate program, and to start to recruit, train, and manage affiliates that are going to become your family. They're going to be the ones that are promoting you. Doesn't have to be a workshop. We highly recommend webinars and workshops because we think they're great. And I spoke before about dates, but it could be anything. Building up your network of partners and affiliates and ambassadors who love what you do, and they're sharing you out. And when you have that, you never again have to worry about where your customers are coming from.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend money that you can't afford to spend on advertising. And we see it all the time on Facebook and Google, where people are spending enormous amounts of money on untested, unproven campaigns that are just, you're losing money from doing it. And also the endless content creation. And for all you prolific content creators out there who are creating content and trying to get all the social media engagement and stuff, that's a lot of hard work. But you can get one partner who can send you multiple referrals, and you could get clients today. You could get clients this week if you only had this structure in place. So come to the workshop. You're going to learn everything there, and you're going to leave with a plan that is customized to your business. And if you need extra help, the extra help is available, but at least you'll leave knowing what and how this can work for your business.
Absolutely. I highly give it 2 thumbs up. And Chuck, give us the website, just because this will be on different platforms. Give us where they need to go to register, if you would kindly.
Yeah. So if you go to eventaffiliates.com, there'll be a link there to attend my free workshop. And so just look for the link that says free affiliate workshop, and you can get yourself registered there. And come join us. Spend
Perfect.
90 minutes with me, and plan to spend the whole 90 minutes.
Eventaffiliates.com. Okay, everybody, eventaffiliates.com. Go there. You can click on the free webinar, and you can get registered for that. And you all, I want you to mark November 30th right now, 1 p.m. Eastern to 2:30 p.m. Eastern, for Stop Struggling in Your Business, the 5 little known action stoppers and what to do about them, which is what I'm going to be offering you all as my free workshop. I'm super excited about it. I have other formats of this, but I've never done it in this way. It's usually with somebody hiring me to come in and do this workshop. So y'all get to come free. My favorite 4-letter word. Let's say it, Chuck. Free. And it feels good. It feels so good. We all want to be free in business, don't we? And we like free. So you all, what an amazing session. I want you to write in the comments. I want you to share this with people you know who are just in that rat race, that hamster wheel, and they say, oh my God, I can't get it all done, and I don't know where my next leads are coming from, and what do I do? And I need salespeople and I can't afford to pay them, whatever they're saying. Get them to watch this and let them know about the free webinar that Chuck has coming up, and the free webinar I have coming up, so they can avail themselves of these free trainings. Oh my God, what an amazing thing. Most small businesses don't have a special budget for training. Well, guess what, you all? We're giving it to you. So I'm thrilled that you all have been here. Please share, like, comment. Go to my YouTube, Dr. Barnsley Brown. Make sure you subscribe. I can see you. I know I can see when you subscribe, and I get really excited. I do a happy dance. And again, Chuck, I just want to thank you so much for coming on here and providing so much value, and really showing us a way that we can work smarter, not harder, a way that we can have a support system around us and a sales force without paying a dime. How lovely is that? Daggone it.
Yeah.
And on that note, this has been Bold Badass Business Owner Show. We've enjoyed you being here. Be here every Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and make a comment. Don't be an internet voyeur. See y'all next week.
Bye.